guys, Rachel with Spunky Misfit Girl here, and I found this project to be so super fun. I was inspired by Mad Paper Crush, and this is actually the super cutest little collapsible box, and it's really pretty easy to make. Not complicated at all, but it looks super fancy. So these little guys are just little closures, and we are going to then just open that guy up, and it's just a little box. And I just put some little fussy cuts in there. I made a little special bottom for it, but you don't have to do that. And it just folds right back down like that, and your little closures keep it closed. Although I didn't really make these heavy enough. It's a little too light. So we'll do something a little differently so that hopefully it will fully kind of keep that sucker down, because the folds do make it a little bit thick. But I love this. So cute and fun. And we will make a second one, which I will give you a preview of at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. So for this, we're gonna want a piece of 8 by 8 paper. And I am just gonna make that out of a 12 by 12. So I'm gonna use, this is the Luna paper backpack from DCWB. This one here, and I am going to cut this down. So we want 8. Oh no, that's no good. Shoot. I'm gonna have to use a different sheet, because that always throws me off, those little holes in there. I'm not used to having those be an issue, and I think that was my last one of that guy, so I'm gonna have to pick a different one. Maybe we'll do this one. That's kind of cool. I don't like it as much for this, but it'll work. Oh, I do have a second one. Double page paper packs to the rescue. Okay, so this one, we're going to cut off that circle first. Don't forget that if you have a paper pack with those same ones. And I do want this, I'm gonna do it like this. So I've got a little bit of a fold in that corner. Get rid of that. 8 by 8. Okay, paper's ready. Check it out. And so then the first thing we're gonna do is so we want the inside. This is gonna be our inside. I want this on my outside, what is gonna show for the most part. So we're gonna put our inside up, and we're gonna take our ruler, and we're gonna do some middle finding. So I'm just gonna put the ruler diagonally, and my line here from corner to corner is just over, it's almost 11.5, not quite. So half of 11 is gonna be 5.5. So my middle is gonna be about here, 5 3/4. And I'm just gonna make a little line right around there, and same going this way. So we're going to be about here for our center. So we're going to have this spot where we cross, and we're going to use that for our folds. Okay, so I basically want this to go this way, so I'm going to keep it there. And we are going to now fold up from the bottom right to that middle point. Just on it. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing over here so that it lines right up. I think my paper is not quite straight. I've got this funny, I've got this funny side over here. I don't think that's my fault. Okay, so I'm gonna look at whether I can fix that, which is fine. It's okay, it happens. So I'm just giving those extra folds. So see my top up here? Yeah, it like looks, I managed to make a cut that was really not that straight. Not straight. I think this top side is maybe giving me some trouble. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this there so that it is straight. Okay, and now I'm just under on this side, but that's okay. I'm gonna let it be. I'm not gonna fuss with trying to be perfect. Okay, so we've got our two folds like this. Now we're gonna do this with the other side. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna do the other side the same way. Okay, folding up to that middle point of the X. Just trying to pay attention and make sure my sides are straight and lining up. And same thing on this side. Right to that point in the middle. We look a little funky on this side too. My imperfect box, that's the way it's gonna be. Okay, both of those are done. Now we're gonna open this guy up and we're gonna make a few cuts, and we're gonna do that with the cutter, just because I want them to be straight. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the vertical lines of our four corner boxes, okay? So it's gonna be on the inside here, on the inside here, excuse me, some hiccups, on the inside here and on the inside here, okay? And I'm gonna just go up. I'm not going all the way because I'm just gonna do the last little bit with my scissors so that I can see better where that final cut is, because I don't want to risk going over with my cutter and it's a little hard to tell. I'm just going up to that score line or getting close to it, and we'll do it with my scissors for the rest of the way, okay? Just a little bit. So hopefully that will maintain my straightness. to that score line. Okay, so now we're going to turn the paper just 1/4 turn so that we're horizontal on our cuts. Okay, I forgot a key step in here. Now we're good. We've got to fold this flap down first. Okay, so fold your top flap down, and then we're going to go fold this guy into a triangle so that this flap goes up like this. And you want your bottom point to align with your center dot that you made there, and then you're gonna have your fold up here should line up with your top of your paper, okay? And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I'm not going to freak out about things not being perfect. I'm gonna get it the best that I can, just like that. Okay. Now, my two tops are uneven here, and I had that same problem last time, and I cut it off, and then one of them ended up being too short on the box. So I'm gonna leave it, and we're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna do the same thing, flipping it around, folding this down, and we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna just get these out of the way so I can see, and we're gonna fold this up into a triangle with that bottom point in the center, and our fold lines up at the top, okay? And then same thing with this guy over here. We're gonna get it as close as we can. And give that a nice press with our bone folder. Now, if you're not going to do a bottom, this is a good time to erase your pencil lines if that's going to show. If you're going to do a bottom, it doesn't matter. But we'll just go ahead and erase those. And if you would like, you can round the corners of your flaps. I did do it on this one. It's a little hard to tell. They're covered up anyway. You can kind of see it here. I don't think it's a big deal. I think I'm actually gonna leave it on this one and see how that goes and not do the corner rounding. So now what happens is we're going to fold our sides in. I'm a little bit over on this guy, but I'm just gonna give it a push. So both of these sides get folded in, and then these little guys are gonna fold up and over. And maybe I do want to round the corners just because these guys are a little bit, I think my paper wasn't super straight in its edges. I don't know why this one is so gappy on this side. I must have not had a straight. And these are like extra over, so I'm gonna trim those off too. This is what happens when you're learning, right? Not perfect, but we can make it come out all the same. Okay, because we're gonna put a big thing over the top of it anyhow. Like, I think I'm gonna use this moon as my closure, in which case, and maybe this big thing too, together. Yeah, because I love that. Anyway, so maybe I'm gonna round my outside corners, these ones, just so that if there's anything that's even kind of sticking out, we'll be good. Okay, I think I'm also gonna give it a little ink on this one just because it's a little rounded. The edges are a little rough on this paper where the cuts were. So just to give it, I'm not gonna do the insides because I don't wanna put emphasis there, but just to kind of cover up on these edges. I think that's good. Okay, next thing to do is to glue these guys down, okay? All of our little flaps. Just get glued. Okay. That guy's still a little extra over there. May have to do even a little more trimming. This would be really fun though as a cute little mask make. I actually think I'm gonna try and see if I can make a few of these and see how they go at my next craft fair. So you can see once you do that, all you do is you open up into the box, right? Just like that. And to close it, you just push on your points on your sides of your triangles and it closes right back down. Isn't that awesome? I think that's so fun. And they're fun to make and pretty straightforward. I struggle to make them come out perfectly, but that's me. I don't think I will lose yeah, because the structure is in the fold, so I won't lose the structure if I trim that off because it really was a lot of excess. Okay, so let's make ourselves a closure for this guy. And I want this to be a little heavier. So I am gonna go ahead and back this guy onto some cardstock here. Cause I wanna give it a little more weight because I'd like it to really hold my cover down. So this is just a cutout. These are cutouts from the Balloona paper pack. I just thought they would go well as a closure with this paper. I'm gonna also back this guy because I think I'm gonna use this as my little flippy guy. So let's do that too. And I'll give that a sec to dry, and I'm gonna cut this one out again. And then we will see about how this works as our closure. It's really, really fun to get back into the swing of things, making little projects. There we go. Let's give our ink some moon. That'll be great, right? Every ink needs some moon in it. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be so cool. It's hard. I think I'm gonna put this on top of here. I wonder if I should give that some cardstock too, just to make it even more heavy. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work because this guy's kind of big. Just thinking. I'll maybe put the Brad in over here and then it'll come across here. Will that be too much with the Moonchild as well? I don't know. Let's take a look. I want to see how it looks before I actually put it in place. I'm getting a little bit of a outline on this, which wasn't what I was originally going for, but with this kind of, I don't know what you call that little end there. I think it's kind of necessary. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. I think that will be fine. So let's ink this guy. Let's actually look. I want to look and see. Maybe there's something else that would actually work better. They've got a moon phases thing, but I think it's too long. Maybe it's shorter, but I think it won't work. I think this really is my best choice. I do have some long ones. Just these long guys. I could take one of those and just make it a... Let's look at that. I'm gonna see how that would work. Like this one. I think that's the only one that I would consider. Otherwise they're too skinny or too busy. I think let's stick with Starbright. Sorry, I'm indecisive today. Okay, let's put Moonchild onto the moon because that's gonna be my easiest. I probably just got too much glue on the sides there. Actually, you know what could be cool? Oh, hold on. I take that back. I want to put some foam tape on this, and I'm going to make it, give it some depth. That's the word I'm looking at. So, looking for. This will be cool. Yes, I think this will give it even more personality. That's okay on the box, right? Like that's not gonna interfere in any way. I'm just thinking this out a little. So this is just, 3M foam tape. And this will give it some height. Which I think will be very cool and fun. Oops, that was too long. Gotta love the little tricks like foam tape. Okay, so this now I'm gonna put on the moon. I probably put it too long again too. But I'm gonna put that on there like that. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So much better than the way I was gonna do it. Okay. So now this guy is gonna go, actually it gives it a little more weight too, which is good for this, keeping this springy box down. Okay, so now I'm gonna glue this on just half, just this side over here, because remember, we want our box to open up still. We don't want to glue it closed. So I'm going to just glue on that left half only. I'm going to just open it up and make sure. Check, check. Okay. Okay. Very good. I like this. Wasn't sure there for a sec, but it's turning out. Okay, and so then this guy is going to come down here, and I want it in the middle. I'm going to just do, I'm going to put my hole in here first, and I'm just going to use my awl, because I'm just going to use a mini brad for this. So I don't really want a big hole with the crocodile anyhow. So I'm going to put this where I want it, and I'm going to mark through that hole on the box as well. Yeah, I did get a little extra glue on that guy. I have to be careful or it'll glue closed. Okay, and so then I'm going to just use my awl again to make that hole through the box. And I'm going to pick a mini brad. I think we'll go for a little bronze one, or do we want silver with the moon? I don't know. This paper is pretty neutral. Yeah, I think the silver is going to be too much. I've also got this kind of black one. Oh, that could be cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we're gonna go with that. So I'm gonna put it through this little guy, and I'm gonna put it through over here in my hole, and then get those brad legs nice and flat. So now, when we close our box down, this guy goes like that and helps keep it closed. And actually, I can slide it up. Oh, I like that. I can slide it up and tuck it in underneath, just slightly underneath that Moonchild. Oh, I like this one even better than the first one. So much. So fun. I love it. Let me know how you guys get on if you enjoy making this. And we're going to make another one probably in the next video. I don't know. Maybe a couple videos from now, but we're going to make a different size. And this one I did with a little closure, slightly different closure, but that one opens up same way, collapsible. And these are great. You can use them yourself for ephemera, for storing your little bits and bobs. They would make a great addition to a page in a journal. I'm actually really excited to do this, maybe for them. I'm working on another big mushroom journal. But they're really fun. Great project. Thank you guys so much for watching. I always appreciate you spending your time with me, and I will see you in the next video.